In the world of Renegade Immortal, among the countless battles, realms, and immortal cultivators, one story remains unforgettable: the unshakable love between Wang Lin and Li Muwan. Their love isn't loud or flashy, it's quiet, steady, and endures the trials of heaven and earth. And at the heart of this story lies one burning question: how long did it take Wang Lin to revive Li Muwan? And how powerful did she become after returning to life? Let's begin with the beginning, the tragedy that started it all. Li Muwan died not in battle, nor at the hands of an enemy, but because she overexerted her life force in repeated attempts to form a spiritual fetus. Her death wasn't dramatic, but it shattered Wang Lin's world. From that moment, her resurrection became his sole obsession, a goal that would define his path for thousands of years. Wang Lin's first desperate attempt at resurrection involved the powerful and forbidden Scroll of Reincarnation. This was no ordinary artifact. Using it was tantamount to defying the Heavenly Dao itself. And true to its nature, the heavens responded with fury. Wang Lin, knowing full well the risk, merged his original body with his clone in an act of supreme defiance, launching a battle against the very order of existence. But despite his determination, he was left severely wounded. Still, he refused to give up. Next, he placed Li Muwan's nascent soul into the body of an infant girl named Jo Ru, hoping that when the girl matured, Li Muwan could awaken within her. For 18 years, he waited. When the time came, he tried to let Li Muwan take over Jo Ru's body, but Li Muwan, kind and compassionate even in death, could not bear to harm an innocent girl. She chose to flee instead, and in doing so, her nascent soul was nearly destroyed. To preserve what little remained of her, Wang Lin sealed her soul into the Tianyi Pearl. Time passed and Wang Lin kept searching. Eventually, he discovered the Betian coffin, a treasure that couldn't bring Li Muwan back directly, but could slowly restore her physical body. It was only a partial success, but to Wang Lin, even a faint hope was worth clinging to. From this moment on, her resurrection wasn't just a wish, it became the very purpose of his cultivation. As he ascended to the cave realm, Wang Lin spent nearly 1,000 years pursuing every clue, every fragment of her essence. In the seven-colored realm, he finally found her residual soul, barely intact. Using the mysterious and powerful boundary compass, he began calculating the true path to resurrection. But this wasn't merely a spiritual or magical journey. It was a war against powerful cultivators, against fate, and against time itself. He obtained countless rare resources, battled unimaginable foes, and slowly but surely grew stronger. Eventually, Wang Lin reached the peak of the Void Tribulation realm, the third major step in the path of cultivation. At that level, he gained a deeper understanding of life and death, and with that understanding came a bitter truth. If he wanted to revive Li Muwan completely and truly, he would have to reach the fourth step of cultivation, no less. Driven by love and unrelenting belief, Wang Lin pressed forward. For the next 500 years, he endured the harshest trials, broke through countless obstacles, and finally achieved what most cultivators could only dream of. He stepped into the Heavenly Mirror realm, the legendary fourth step. This was the final gate. At this level, he gained access to the 9 heavenly bridges, mystical pathways of transformation. Crossing them, Wang Lin integrated his own thoughts with the power of reincarnation itself. He used this divine combination to reshape Li Muwan's soul, weaving together her body and spirit in defiance of the natural order. But the Heavenly Dao does not forgive easily. This act was a direct violation of its laws. A massive backlash followed, threatening to erase Wang Lin's very existence. And still, he stood firm. To complete the resurrection, he offered up his lifespan in cultivation, reversing cause and effect, rewriting fate at the cost of his own future. His sacrifice paid off. Li Muwan was finally resurrected. From the moment she died to the moment she returned, nearly 2,000 years had passed, at least from Wang Lin's point of view. 2,000 years of unwavering love, endless struggle, and a journey that rewrote the very rules of existence. But Li Muwan's story doesn't end with her return. Upon resurrection, she immediately entered the Heavenly Realm, one of the highest levels within the Renegade Immortal universe. Cultivators in this realm are beyond the cycle of reincarnation. They are immortal, capable of reshaping the very laws that govern reality. Li Muwan now possesses this power. She can easily disrupt the order of heaven that Tianyunzi controls. With a single move, she can shake the foundation of existence. The origin of the world itself trembles in her presence. And what's even more terrifying, she continues to grow. In the sequel story, 3 Inches of the World, her power advances even further. She reaches the 5th step of cultivation, a realm so high it borders on transcendence. At this level, strength isn't just about raw power, it's about complete control over time, space, and causality. Li Muwan becomes something akin to a time-space deity. She can travel freely through time, manipulate the sequence of events, and alter cause and effect. Her presence distorts the very web of destiny. Even Tianyunzi, the powerful spirit of the boundary compass, can no longer predict or control the future when she's involved. She doesn't just match the power of those in the heavenly realm, she surpasses them, and her existence itself becomes a paradox. Why? Because the method Wang Lin used to bring her back was a complete violation of natural law. To resurrect her, he extracted the origin power of the Nikan realm through the boundary compass. This origin power was the very foundation of Tianyunzi's strength. In essence, Wang Lin pulled out the root of Tianyunzi's existence to bring Li Muwan back. The result? Tianyunzi's power was weakened, even turned against him. And it gets deeper. Li Muwan's return wasn't just a miracle, it became a glitch in the cosmic system. Her existence is now a loophole in the grand design of reincarnation. She was supposed to remain dead. Her soul was meant to disperse. But Wang Lin defied all of it. He forced her back into the world. As a result, Tianyunzi can no longer accurately deduce the future. His ability to plan and manipulate fate was shattered. Take, for example, Zhou Ru. Originally, Tianyunzi intended to use her as a vessel to control Wang Lin. But Li Muwan, refusing to take over Zhou Ru's body, disrupted that plan completely. Her actions unbalanced the entire strategy laid by the Heavenly Dao. In other words, her mere presence, her will, is enough to alter the flow of fate. Her resurrection didn't just change her life. It changed Wang Lin. It changed Zhou Ru. It changed the heavens themselves. And that is the true power of love in Renegade Immortal. And that brings us to the end of this deep dive into Wang Lin's relentless journey and Li Muwan's extraordinary resurrection. 2,000 years of devotion, a love that defied the heavens, and a resurrection that rewrote destiny itself. Renegade Immortal isn't just a story about cultivation. It's a story about sacrifice, belief, and a bond strong enough to shake the very foundations of the world. If this story moved you even a little, let us know in the comments. What do you think about Wang Lin's sacrifices? How do you feel about Li Muwan's strength after resurrection? And if you're a fan of powerful cultivators, emotional stories, and hidden lore in Donghua, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next chapter in the world of immortals. Until next time, keep your spirit strong and your path clear. Stay on your cultivation journey. See you soon.